Hi guys, I'm Lizroy,
And I'm Janelle.
and welcome to A Couple Things. This channel is not just about couples,
It is for couples and future couples.
the in-between couples, and even the I'll never do it again crowd.
Or so they say.
All it takes to turn things around is a couple things,
A couple commitment
a couple corrections,
and a couple conversation.
and to turn things right around. Here we have in the studio today.
The lovely Solahitas. I just love you guys. So we have Tony and Joanne in studio. And guys, we're gonna hear their story.
All right, let's start with Tony. Tony, sir, tell us, how did you guys meet?
Whew, that's a loaded question. Well, abbreviated version. Dewan and I first met each other in, correct me if I'm wrong, on this day, 2011. 2011 in high school. Yeah, high school. Yeah, that tells on our age right there. Yeah, we met in high school in geometry class. I don't know how I found myself in geometry class, but I'm glad I did, because if I hadn't, I wouldn't have met my wonderful wife. I walked in and there were groups, how the seatings were placed. We were seated in groups, and this was not planned at all, guys, I'm telling you. I wasn't following no end or anything, but I saw there was this group of 4 to 6 people, and across from Joanne, there was an open seat, so I took it. And yeah, I guess you can say the rest is history.
Nice.
But she remembers it a lot better than I do.
Tell me your side. How did you guys meet?
Well, he's right about meeting in geometry class. Yes, we did sit together in a group, and I remember the teacher had asked us a question, which at the time, Tony was very, very confident. I don't know if it's the athlete in him from high school years, but for sure, the teacher had asked a math question, and he had asked, what is the percentage of 1/4? And I remember answering it and saying it's 25%. Anyways, this guy I don't know, Tony, he looked at me and he looked at the teacher and said, yeah, I taught her well. I did have to bring down his confidence a little bit and had to tell him to be quiet, because I didn't know who he was, but that's exactly how we met. And so that was the first thing I said to him.
Awesome.
So we met in school.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow, high school.
Yes.
High school sweetheart.
Yeah, you guys are high school
That's
students.
awesome.
That's lovely. Joanne, how was it? What was it like transitioning from dating to becoming Mrs. Solahita? I just love the name Solahita.
I did think it was a little easier, only because we did start off as just friends. In high school, we were just friends, because we didn't start dating until 2 years after we actually met.
Okay.
And so through the first 2 years, we were really good friends, just talking and getting to know each other. And then our junior year, we started dating. And then transitioning into marriage was a lot smoother, because he was already my best friend.
Okay.
And
Nice.
so I knew a lot of things that maybe you would know during the talking stages
Okay.
beforehand, because we were already
Really
friends,
good
really good
friends.
friends. So it was a little smoother, and so we really enjoyed that. And then we did seek counseling, premarital counseling, during the stage of transitioning from dating to marriage.
Nice,
So that
nice.
helped a lot.
How about you, Tony? What thing do you remember in terms of that transition from dating to marriage that you'd want to tell our viewers about? Like, anything like that you would have recalled that made the one mentioned in terms of that you guys were really good friends? But what would you advise just in terms of making that transition smooth?
Yeah. I think what did help, well, 2 things. What did help was, 1, being each other's best friend.
Nice.
Yeah, being each other's best friend, that just, it's solidified foundation, you know. In my toughest times, I can come to her. In my most proudest times, I can come to her. Yeah, and she can come to me. and we meshed so well.
Yeah.
We meshed so well. You know, we had this saying in high school, we're the perfect team.
Oh.
You know, yeah, we both played sports, so we're the perfect team.
Nice.
Yeah, so being each other's best friend would probably, be number one. Find that foundation. And then two, of course, was the premarital counseling. That helped a lot, especially on the spiritual side. The premarital counseling really helped us because it helped just find a biblical grasp on what your role is moving into the marriage, right? From dating to marriage. And for the men, that puts a big, for us husbands, we got to step up.
That's right. That's right.
Because now that I'm now in charge of more than one human being. Not so much in charge as in authoritative and stuff like that, but I'm responsible for her. I need to care for her. And just all that good stuff.
Yeah.
There's so much to say, but I think those are the two most important.
Yeah, speaking of those good mushy stuff feelings, so I want you guys to look each other in the eye, hold hands. This is about you guys and being comfortable. And we're going to start with Tony. You're going to tell the one something that you really love about her. So you're going to look her in the eyes, not the viewers, not us, just look her dead in the eyes and tell her something you really love about her.
Okay. Joanne, I love how much you love the Lord. And I love that no matter what happens, and no matter what you do, we always make sure that your husband is taken care of, our home is taken care of, you're a natural homemaker. You're the best wife, and I love you so much.
Aww, very nice.
I didn't rehearse that.
Tony, thank you for being a great leader, not only in our marriage, but also spiritually. Yeah, I'm so grateful for you, and it's so easy to be able to follow you because you make my life easier. And I'm truly grateful that the Lord has blessed me with you. You are my home, so wherever you are, I love you.
That's a good love story.
Wow.
I love the part that Joanne said, wherever you go. That was like a Ruth moment.
You're my home. That's what marriage is supposed to be.
Yeah.
So we know that marriage, that's a loving part of marriage, And like we've always been saying, if there is a marriage out there that it's all good sailing, we want to know about it. We want to know that marriage that doesn't have no problems. You guys don't have disagreement. We want to know about that. But we know that, we know realistically there are like challenges in marriages. I want to ask you, I'm going to start with Joanne. What's your number one advice to couple who are struggling?
I do think knowing your spouse's love language really matters because the way you love them might not be the way they want to be loved. And so that was something we struggled with because I was doing things that I thought he was taking as love, but we later found out that our love languages, there's a love language test that you can actually take. And so we learned a little the hard way because we weren't communicating the way we needed to. Because I was communicating in a different way and he was communicating in a different way as well. But we learned that the love languages actually matter because that's how they see love. Just because we see love that way doesn't mean that that's how they receive it. So that was something we had to learn.
Oh, nice. What about you, Tony, in terms of like challenges that you had to overcome or advise persons how to overcome challenges in marriage? What would you add to what Joanne had to say?
Yeah, I think the best advice that I would give would probably be always choose each other. Always choose one another no matter what the circumstances, because once you're married, you're married. It's you and your spouse for life. And I think one of the biggest challenges we face as a young married couple when we first got married was boundaries. You know, there was friction between boundaries from it could be like friends, family members, whatever the case may be. But it's always good to set up the boundaries between your wife and you and your wife, and then everyone else, because it's always you two first.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's your marriage. It's not your marriage with so and so and so and so. Yeah,
That's true.
I think that's probably the best advice.
Wow, that's
always
awesome.
choose one another.
That's awesome. Boundaries. So set boundaries, guys.
Yeah.
Set
Yeah.
boundaries. And
Very
speak
important.
each other's love language.
Yeah.
I love those. I love those. So next, I guess we're looking at the top 2 advice, or any advice, additional advice that you would give a couple. For example, there's this couple that are looking to get married. You mentioned some things in terms of what you want to know getting into the marriage. What would you tell that couple to make sure when it is that they're going to get married? What are some of the things that you tell them to do? Let's start with Tony.
Okay, all right. All right, I hope you're taking notes, guys. I think number 1 would be fall in love with the Lord more than you fall in love with your spouse. Yeah, I think you grow closer to God, everything would just fall into place.
Nice.
You develop a really close relationship with God. Everything follows with your life in general, right? With your own personal faith, your spouse, how you love your spouse, and so on and so forth. That would be number 1. Number 2 is for the men, for the husbands. Don't stop doing what you did trying to get her when you actually get her. When you get your wife. Meaning, right? Don't stop dressing up nicely. Don't stop taking her out on dates. Date. Take her out on dates. She deserves it.
That's right.
Call her on a random Tuesday. Just random, out of nowhere each day. Just tell her you love her. Send her a text, I love you. Just because. Get her flowers. I love you. These are for you. And she's like, why? What's the occasion? Like, because you're my wife. So just make her feel special, because wives deserve to be made, felt special.
Yeah.
So, that's
awesome.
Tony's dropping so many nuggets. You're in a ball. Joanne, what would you say to that woman out there who she's looking to get married? She's scared. What would you say to her?
I would say I know exactly how you feel. Because when we were thinking of marriage, I wanted to know my role as a wife, but not only as a wife, biblically, what the scripture says. And so that's what led us to premarital counseling.
Oh, okay.
Premarital counseling is not just for people with problems, so they say. I think it's great to go to premarital counseling before you even reach the problem, because you're learning how to solve the problem ahead of time.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what helped us, because I knew my role. I knew what his role was, and it was so much easier for me to follow his lead because I knew what the Lord wanted for us. And so that's definitely something I would recommend if you're looking into going into marriage. And if you feel like any sort of doubt, it's okay to search the scriptures. That's why the scriptures are there. It's to give us the confidence we need in the Lord to continue to be stronger, and so definitely advice number 1. It's okay to go to premarital counseling. I love premarital counseling. I'm a strong advocate because I see it, I live it, and so I know that it can be very beneficial for couples, especially during the hard times. And then I would advise as well to always put the Lord first, because He's really gonna be the third cord in your marriage. You guys will fall apart if you don't have the Lord, and so I think it's most important that He comes first, and your husband's right after him.
Awesome. That's great.
Three strong powers.
Rounded together, inseparable. Let's talk songs, guys. What's your favorite song, or your go-to song, or most persons have this one song that they go to whenever things are rocky. They can just rely on this particular song. Do you guys have a song like that?
Yeah, usually in times like that, we refer to our wedding song,
Okay.
and it's "Obsessed" by Dan and Shay.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually danced on our wedding day to that song, and usually when things go rough, we'll just be like, just come here,
Yeah.
turn that on, and then we'll just be in our home, and
Yeah.
we'll just let that play, and then next thing you know, all the problems are all the
Ah.
problems fade away.
Yeah. And I can see that you guys are obsessed with each other. The love, a fitting song. Let's have some more fun. Yeah.
All right, so who is the better cook?
That's me. That's me.
I think
for
the school
sure.
knows.
That's true.
Yeah, that would be fair.
All right. Who said I love you first?
That's him.
All right. Very good.
Who's the most adventurous one?
I
All
think I am because yeah.
right. Let's explain. In terms of what are the
Yes.
you guys are adventures?
I changed my answer. It was here.
All right.
I'm a
No
simple
problem.
guy. Yeah.
Who's more likely to plan like a surprise date?
I think me.
You? I think it'll be me.
Well, as of
That's-
most recent, it was
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's
So,
most
but
recent.
yeah, mostly
She
yeah.
planned the recent one.
That's awesome. And that's a good thing to have a disagreement about. It means that you guys are both looking to surprise each other.
Who takes the longest to get ready?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
him.
I think
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why we were a little late today. Yes, just by a few minutes.
Yeah, this is fun. And final question that we have for you guys: who is the better driver?
Oh,
That's me.
You guys are hands down.
That's my wife.
Yeah. And what we learned even from these questions is that every marriage is unique,
Yeah.
and there is no in the box marriage that you have. So it's okay to be different, and we love you guys so much, so much. Thank you for joining us today on a couple things.
Thank you for this episode. Stay tuned. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our next one.
And remember to tell us in the comment section down below what was your favorite takeaway from this. There were so many nuggets both from Duan and Tony, and I'm sure you guys learned something. Please tell us what it is that you learned. And until next time,
Bye.
bye. That was